Can't believe I broke the glass. Can't believe I damaged my truck. Glass is everywhere. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry about that. How's it going? I am keeping my cool. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I gotta clean up all the mess and all the glass. Well, that just goes to show how good these stickers are. I guess I should have made the sticker bigger. It would have kept the whole window together and not fallen into a million pieces. So I guess on that note, if anybody wants some stickers, I got some. I don't think you're gonna want this one though. It's slightly used. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, start double checking some things over from our reader trip, and get ready for Brown's camp. I gotta find a new window. Gotta clean all this up and try not to drop it. Got my gloves on because I already cut myself yesterday. Glass is very sharp, if anybody didn't know. So long, partner. Just trying to get all the bigger pieces cleaned up, and then I'm gonna come through and vacuum it. Other than double checking everything on the truck, I am going to see how the silicone dried and get dried clear. I think it looks pretty good. Cabinet's all finished up. Now I can get back on working on the wardrobe, or however I'm going to do this side. Don't need this. And I don't need this. So I'm gonna see what I have laying around that I can use to make this. I like to use as much as I have to make something work. Obviously the camper, I had to buy all the parts, all the lumber and everything to actually build this. But any leftover scraps, I do not like to leave unused. So I'm gonna see what I can get to make all of this work. So we gotta go into that container and see what I got. Well, there may or may not be a slight change of plans for Labor Day weekend. The reason I'm saying this is because as of recent, I have found out, someone commented down below in one of the other videos about Brown's Camp in Oregon and the trails being closed from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day. And yes, it's true. Because the fire danger is high right now, the trail, you have to be off of the trails between 1 and 8 p.m., the midst of the day, the heat of the day, for fire danger. So we have a backup plan if the fire danger doesn't change. I am kind of keeping track of it every single day, but as of right now, with the weather and everything else, it doesn't look like it's going to be changing. My buddy Jake has a special little place here in Washington that he's been to a few times. I've never been there, and it's not a very known place that I'm aware of. So we're not going to be bringing the Jeeps and the trucks if we go to this special place, because I've never been there and he wants me to experience it before I bring my truck there to kind of get an idea of how it is. So I got the parts to fix all the bikes. This is going to be trail riding, so it's going to be dirt trails like everywhere else we go. It's not going to be the dunes. So I got to go ahead and swap the paddles off of the bikes. I have a clutch cable, and rear carrier bearings for this thing, and I technically need to get some new wheels because that one keeps leaking and I can't get it to stop leaking. We're gonna fix the bikes and we're taking the bikes. But before I do that, Today I am going and getting a new window and a spare window for the other side, so I can get that replaced because we are slowly coming into the fall season and it's going to start raining quite a bit. It's actually supposed to rain possibly today, so we're going to see, at least here in the area that I live. But down in Oregon, it looks like it's not supposed to rain for a while. So I'm gonna run to the junkyard, go grab those windows, and maybe see if I can find any other goodies. Well, I'm down here at Grand Forks Auto Wrecking and got this Dakota right here. Just got the windows out of it. Got both the windows from the junkyard, so I can go ahead and replace that one. I got all the bikes out, and I'm gonna start double checking everything over and start swapping all the tires over to the dirt tires. So I have made the collective decision of myself that I will not be taking the 250. The reason being, the only thing that's wrong with it is the clutch cable, and I have that on the way. But I also need to get the shocks rebuilt because they are blown. They've been blown for quite a while, probably ever since I've bought it, which I got this bike a long time ago, and I really just want to clean this bike up and keep it strictly for the dunes. So this bike's going to sit this trip out, and I'm going to keep it back here for reference for when I go ahead and mock up this bike so I can have them side by side. But 250 staying here. I will be bringing the 450 and the 400. The only thing really wrong with the 450 is I got to put new carrier bearings in the back of here. It's not completely shot, but it's pretty much gone. And then the 400, the clutch cable is about gone. The 450 technically needs some new front wheels too, because they leak, or at least one of them leaks pretty bad, and I'll show you why. Yeah, that's why. Valve stem crunched over here, crunched. Well, the bikes are good to go until the parts come. But now I got the new window all put in. Now I gotta clean it up and make it look good. Because you know, engine detailer works really good on windows, so don't quote me on that because I absolutely have no idea. This is actually the first time me ever using this stuff because it's the closest thing that I had. No, doesn't work too good. Got to get the new freshy sticker on there since I decided to break the window and make the old one unusable. And no, I don't care if it's perfectly centered or if it's perfectly straight. But she's on there. Gotta leave room for some other activity up here. But gotta get the main one right there. And I'll go ahead and put the passenger side spare window that I have back here, because that's where I have all the spare door windows. I got, I think, 2 driver and 1 passenger door window, so that's where that'll sit for the time that I need it, because I know I'll probably eventually need it.
Well, this axle has not been out since probably ever. This is probably all the factory stuff. So you can see there's a good amount of rust buildup. So I'm sitting here having to beat on this thing a bit to finally be able to get the axle out to change out the carrier bearings. I'm getting this all prepped for the bearings to get here hopefully this week before we go. And once I get this out, we're gonna see how bad this actually is. So got the carrier out. You can see on the inside, there's quite a bit of rust in there. And this side, you're not gonna be able to probably see it on camera, but there is quite a bit of movement that I can feel inside of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing this thing apart and get this thing ready for the new bearings. I'm gonna start off with pulling these seals out, and I confirmed, because I wasn't sure, but I order all my bike parts off of Rocky Mountain, and I confirmed that the kit that I bought have the seals, because I've bought in some kits before for the carrier on the 400, and it did not come with new seals, which seems very odd to me. But this kit indeed comes with everything I need, including the seals that go around the carrier right here, so I don't have to worry about that. Hopefully pushing these bearings out isn't going to be too much of a hassle, but we're going to see. So these bearings have to be pushed out. They cannot be pushed through. You can just see how bad and gummed up this bearing is. This factory bearings seem to be two singles, and these bearings are shot. This is the center pin roller, which I will grease this up and clean this up. And I will clean the inside of this up quite a bit after I get this set of bearings out. Don't worry about these. This is all Harbor Freight. Cheap tools. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that in the camera, but the movement on that is no good. And this bearing is extremely, extremely dry. I don't know if I can get that to focus. But now I got both bearings out of both sides, and I can go ahead and clean this stuff up. Well, it is the height of the day. Very hot. Sitting in an oven, working on the quad. And I'm starting to get covered in grease. So I think this is a perfect time to kind of call it until the new bearings come in. So watch out for the next video. We're going to be heading out into the trails for Labor Day, and it's going to be kind of a riding video. Jake and all of them are going to be bringing their side-by-sides, and he's going to show me a new place. Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, stay off-road.